Good evening and welcome to the SRL TCR League Round 1 live from the RedBull Ring in Austria. I am James Parfitt and I'm going to be here guiding you through all the action this evening. I hope you can hear me now. Please let me know if you can. There seems to be some issue with my microphone. It doesn't want to work all of a sudden, but now it does. So thank God it is back. And we are back with the SRL TCR League. And this is round 1 here from the RedBull Ring. And then we go on to round 2 on the 3rd of February at Magny-Cours Circuit. On to round 3 we go with Watkins into Glen International on the 17th of February with the boot. Autodrome International Enzo Dino Ferrari or Imola on the 3rd of March. Then we go to Barber Motorsports on the 17th of March. Then we round out on the 31st of March at Road Atlanta. And what have we got in store for you this evening? Well, we have 36 cars on track tonight, and it's going to be absolutely manic. I am going to try my best to keep up with all the action, but it's going to be unbelievable. So, yeah, stay tuned for this one because I don't think you're going to want to miss any of this. I think you're going to be in for an amazing treat. And, yeah, you're going to want to stay for this one. Let's just put it this way. It's definitely going to be a rather interesting one this evening. And one that I do plan on keeping up with as best as we physically can. And hopefully we can bring you all the action. But we've got the likes of Mark Brown, Dan Mould, all here as well. John Brown, Stephen Fry, Neil Stevenson, Ben Denya, Gary Craig, Jay Corley is here as well. Christoph Malinowski, Scott Malcolm is another one. Roger Morton is joined us. Derek Crowther, Craig Waters, Alan McCann, Al Brown, and Andrew Littler. So there's a lot of cars involved with this one, and it's going to be absolutely crazy. But I hope everything is working okay for you, and you can hear me all fine and dandy. I do love a good problem that you don't have at all, and then all of a sudden you go to do the next one, and next thing you know there becomes an issue. So, you know, much love and all that. Thank you so much. And there are also going to be some 7.5 minutes left of qualifying. So what is going to be the format for this season? Well, we have 10 minutes of qualifying, and then we go into a 20-minute Heat 1. We have a 5-minute brief warm-up after that, and then another 20-minute Heat 2 with a top 20 inverted. So a top 20 inverted for Heat 2. So these guys are going to want to get into the top 20, which is going to make it even more interesting as well because, you know, there's a lot here. There's a lot here this evening, and there's a lot of cars involved, and the likes of, you know, Malinowski, we know is going to be quick. Arthur Fertel, again, is going to be here, and he's going to be quick as well. So it's going to be an interesting one. I think from our point of view, we've just got to see who survives to the end of this race. And I think that's one of the things that's going to be absolutely incredible. And I'm really looking forward to how this one pans out. As we can see here, we have Hyundais and Hondas, no Audis here this week. So maybe the Hyundai and Honda was just taken basically as the favoured cars. So let's see how it all pans out. Great looking grid. Well, mate, we've got, yeah, a lot. And there's going to be times on your left-hand side that's going to flash up very, very shortly. And unfortunately, we'll have to see how it goes. Because, yeah, here they will go now through the order. As we're on board with Navid Hussain, who goes pole position on a 148.1 currently at the moment. You see Steve Hailwood is another quick one. Neil Stevenson's going to be coming across the line. As you can see the flashes of everyone there coming through the order currently at the moment. So we'll just give that a minute to settle down, and we'll be able to update with where everybody will be, because there's going to be a lot of action this evening, and it's one that you guys are not going to want to miss. In fact, you're probably going to love it because there is so many people so many cars and so much action. I think you're going to be tough to pick out where the action's going to be. I think it's going to be kind of all over the place. There's just going to be so much of everything. But it is going to be easy for people to get off tracks as well. So they are going to have to be careful here to get off tracks. Navid Hussain currently sitting at just a lowly 7.5 KI rating. And then we've got Andrew Littler, who's on the other end of the scale at 885. So, you know, a massive difference in I rating here. Does that mean it's a massive difference in skill? No. Does it mean the drivers have just maybe been unlucky in some of the races? Absolutely. And that, at the end of the day, could be the reason why people are as low as they are. But it is going to be one heck of a race. Hopefully tonight's damage bill will be non-existent. Yeah, you've got no hope. You've got absolutely no hope, David S. I'm sorry, bud. But you've got not a lot of hope of it ever being down at 0. And I think you're in for a shock if you think it is. So let's put it that way. Robert Stoughton in the SRL YouTube chat as well. Come on, Chris. Absolutely there as well. So Krzysztof Malinowski. No time on the board at the moment. There are times coming in thick and fast. Dan Mold's just gone on to pole on a 140. Arthur Fertel is down in 6th at the moment. He seems to be flying along nice. He's gone across the line into 4th place on a 141. You can see the times coming across thick and fast. We will try and keep up with as much as we possibly can. We may let it settle down just a little bit here this evening because, as you say, there's a lot of people. A lot of people. 35 car grid. 35 car grid. And Toxic Munchkin. Carnage is coming. Absolutely. It's it's not going to be too far away, I think. So let's see how that one happens here tonight. But welcome in from the both on the people in the JPB chat and the people in the SRL YouTube as well. Much love. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bells, and that'll give the broadcast a big old thumbs up as we see Corley in 23rd place. With the grid like this, where do we want people to be? Well, fairly straightforward, really. They need to be at the front. They really do need to be as close to the front as they could possibly get. Because if they're not, they could be in danger. I think this is going to be Hassan taking pole position, though. Hassan, no, he doesn't. Doesn't take pole. John Brown moves up to an excellent 5th there. Neil Stevenson, Craig Walters coming across the line. Neil Stevenson just heading around the final corner. There's not even enough room on my screen to list all the drivers, so I've just done 30 because the 35, it hangs them out the bottom. So Mark Draper, Krzysztof Malinowski did finally get a time on the board. He goes into 7th. Mark Draper goes into pole on a 140.549. Dan Mold in 2nd. Arthur Thirdle comes in 5th here. Neil Stevenson is parked up. Anna McCann is parked up as well. J.M. Gomez is coming across the line. He's currently in 12th place. Carl Hardy, another one of the results boys there. So Carl is in the Hyundai. So let's see how he gets on. We've got Roger Morton in the field, currently down in 25th. Fraser Garrity is down in 26th. That's a bit of a surprise. Jay Corley all the way down in 29th at the moment. Andy Littler down in 32nd. Elliot James in the Honda. No time on the board yet, but he has only done a lap. So we will keep an eye out on that one. Krzysztof Malinowski is done all of his laps. Carl Fleet here. Currently down in 33rd place. Currently going to be going across the line very, very shortly. So let's see whether or not Carl Fleet can improve on his 143. Can't, nope. Hardy's just coming through Worth, which is technically turn 5 on the exit of 5 coming out of 6. So let's see how they get on as they run down into the final corner, which is the win. Can Carl Hardy improve from his 13th? Let's have a conversation here, right? Where do we think the carnage zone will be? Where do we think the danger zone is going to be? Is it going to be from 10 to 25 or 10 to 18? Where do you think, chat? Let me know if you are here and give me a shout and tell me where you think the main carnage zone is likely to be here this evening. because I've got a funny feeling it could just be all over. Andy races in leagues. We don't do many officials, so I rating is usually artificially low. Exactly. I agree with you. I agree. My I rating's shocking. It's like 1.6 or something. And I don't generally race much anyway, but there we go. Elliot James coming round. Looks like he's had quite a lot of off tracks as Elliot James, and I don't think this lap is going to be any different here. Fraser Garrity just coming to the end of his as well. Yeah, that is going to be it, up and dusted. So let's bring you up this amazing grid. Mark Draper is in first, Dan Mould second, Sam Smith third, Navid Hussain in fourth, Arthur Ferdle fifth, Steve Howard sixth, Christoph Malinowski in seventh, Neil Stevenson eighth, Alan McCann in ninth, John Brown 10th, Gary Craig in 11th, JM Gomez is down in 12th place. Carl Hardy 13th, Paul Cugley 14th, Craig Waters 15th, Derek Crowther 16th, Mark Brown 17th, Niels Penn 18th, Stephen Fry 19th, Christopher Barnes 20th, Kevin Eilert 21st, Stuart Gibbons 22nd, Scott Malcolm 23rd, JB Dejoux in 24th. And then on we go again. Roger Morton 25th, Fraser Garrity 26th, Jay Corley 27th, Rye Dudley 28th, Ben Denya 29th, Daniel Lewis 30th, Al Brown 31st, Andy Littler 32nd, Carl Fleet 33rd, Richard White 34th, and Elliot James down in 35th place. Well, here we go. Danger Zone is the results garage. Maybe, David Ayres, maybe. But stay tuned, guys. Sit back. I'm going to say enjoy it because I think that's all we can do here. With 35 cars on grid, we're just waiting for the last few to get on. They do have time, so it's going to be a good one. But I think we can just enjoy this, guys, I think. Just wait for Sam Smith. Yeah. Sam's got about 30 seconds to get onto the grid, so I'm not quite sure what Sam's up to, but if he's anything up to untowards, he has made it. Here we go. Be aware, Mark Draper is on pole. The lights are going to be going out very, very shortly. 4-5. And they're gone for the inaugural race of the TCR SRL live from the RedBull Ring, and it is currently Mark Draper coming rushing down towards us currently at this moment in time going into turn one. There's going to be carnage, I think, further back. We're going to have to try and pick up everyone. Did everybody make it through? They're slowly heading their way through turn one. Some are too wide. They're 4 wide in the middle. 4 wide. There's an off track as well. Ben Denya is off, but Mark Draper has got clear of the carnage. Dan Mould is locked in a battle with Malinowski here as well. That camera is shocking. So Malinowski now in 6th place. Cugley is gone. He's on the grass. Paul Cugley is on the grass. There's carnage at the back, I think, as well. There's been an accident. It involves Ben Denya, Al Brown, Kevin Eilert. That's the first part of this. There's Arthur Ferdle. He is currently in 4th place. Where do we look? No one knows. If anybody can tell me where to look, that would be absolutely amazing. But it's going to be Dan Mould battling away here with Ferdle in front, Malinowski behind. Oh, can Mould do this? He is there, of course, in the 80 car, Dan Mould, with 74 in front of him, which is Arthur Ferdle, and then Christoph Malinowski behind him. Mark Draper's opened up 7/10 of a gap currently at this moment in time and is out in front. But it's here with Arthur Ferdle battling away with Dan Mould as these guys are going to come round and complete lap 1 for this first of this 20-minute race here from the RedBull Ring with 35 cars. Chris Barnes and Al Brown are in the pits, and this is what's happened to them. We'll do it very, very quickly. Up. But it's back up the front with Arthur Ferdle. Dan Mould has been declared. Mark Draper has not had a good start. He's down 3. Sam Smith is out in front currently at the moment. So there's a lot going on, guys. There's been an incident with about 7 cars here this evening, and we'll try and have a look back at this one, why this one is settling down, and they are. Whoa! That replay did not love that. Whatever happened there, it was causing that replay to not love playing that action. Let's try and pick it up from John Brown maybe, and we'll see if we can get it to play from there, but it did not like playing. So we're back up front with the action now. Navid Hussain, Sam Smith, Arthur Fertel. Then behind that we've got John Brown. He's battling away with Neil Stevenson. Mark Brown beyond that as well, having his own little battle with Jay Corley. Corley's just gone onto the grass and unfortunately he's dropped back. But Mark Draper is in the mix here at the moment for lap 3. 16 minutes remaining. Replays ain't your friend today. No, they're having a day off, I think, mate. They've just gone out the window. It doesn't like looking at a 7-car pile-up, which would have been absolutely amazing, but clearly it didn't want to see it. But Mark Draper, Dan Mould, Gary Craig, all mixed up in this battle here as well. As one's further down the order, but it is Navid Hussain up front. He's just about to get on to the car 33, which is Paul Cugley. And then beyond that, you've got Christopher Barnes and also Richard White. So yeah, there's going to be some traffic very, very shortly for these guys. It's going to be how these handle this. It's going to what really is probably going to make or break your race, I think. Further down, the Steve Hailwood is going to be looking at going side by side currently with John Brown. Hyundai, the Veloster. John Brown gets a lot better run out of Worth. Is he going to be able to hold it? He's not. He's got JM Gomez pushing him on the inside as well as they run down into Rint. Not generally an ideal place for side-by-side action, but we've got it here. Oh, the Elantra makes his way through over John Brown. I think it's probably more trying to stay safe than anything else. Mark Draper is battling on the way here. Mark is currently in 6th position. Gary Craig, Christoph Malinowski behind him. Dan Mould's further up now. Dan's opened up a little bit of a gap. There's a gap of about 1 second from Arthur Fertel, but it's JM Gomez here. He's currently chasing down Steve Hailwood in front of him. So let's see what JM can do. Can he battle his way through the field? There's a lot of it. There's a lot of field and there's a lot of battles going on. Stuart Gibbons looks like he's locked in one as well. Elliot James, Deju as well. Deju there locked in at the same time with Elliot James. Roger Morton trying to come back through. There's Morton there battling away with Ryan Dudley. There's Gary Craig as well here in 4th place with Mark Draper. There's been no further incidents. Malinowski's been off track, but that could just be literally anything. Dan Mould has had an incident. Dan Mould has apparently had a crash. It has dropped down the order to 7th. We can have a quick look back. I wouldn't look back at that, but we're going to miss live action, guys, and unfortunately we want to stick with this battle here with Craig and Draper. There's Stuart Gibbons has jumped straight into the pits as well. So Stuart Gibbons looks like he's into the pits, but it is Gary Craig, Mark Draper battling away here for 4th place. They do have Paul Cugley in front of them. Paul pulls over sensibly, does not want to get himself locked in that battle. That would just be absolutely horrendous for Cugley. They're trying to use Cugley's for the draft. Cugley's kind of sat there, he's thinking, well, are you going to go past? You're going to not? You're going to put me in the middle? I don't want to be in it. Let me out. Cugley's trying to move out of the way. He's like, come, like, all right, you could back off, maybe. I don't know. You really kind of don't really want to be there, but Cugley is blinking as well. That's probably not going to help him, but they're 3 wide, there's contact. 4 wide at one point. Gary Craig in the middle, Mark Draper, Malinowski. Oh no, and just for good measure, Dan Mold's going to get himself involved as well. 4 wide battle on this rundown. This is just absolute crazy racing so far from Mark Draper, Christoph Malinowski and Gary Craig. They're 3 wide going into the turn. Oh, there's a spin. Is he going to hold it? Draper's on the gravel. Draper was definitely the loser of that battle. And that was all. I think may have been a little bit of contact there from Gary Craig. Do I have 2 seconds to have a look back? That's going to be the question. Wide. Steve Halewood's dropping down the order. He's spun round the guy. Steve Howard in 26th place currently at the moment. He's dropping all the way down the order now. Elliot James is here locked in with Jay Corley. Elliot James in behind him. Can he hold on? That's going to be the question for Mr. Corley. Can he hold on? Oh, he's run wide. Here comes Elliot James now. They're still battling away further up the field, but it's Elliot James, Jay Corley coming down into turn 1. 11 minutes on the clock. How is this going to cope? And it's Elliot James gets the win over Jay Corley, gets the position, but it's Malinowski being chased down by Gary Craig and Dan Mold. Navid Hussain is about 2.5 seconds up the road. Fraser Garrity is up 13 places and is now chasing, having a battle here with Derek Crowther. So Fraser Garrity, an absolute stunning job from Fraser, up 13 places at the moment. There are the losers there. You can see Howard is down in 22nd place. Steve Howard, but it is Garrity and Crowther on the inside of Schlossgold. Then they're going to have to run round to Roush. They're still going to be side by side, these guys. Christoph Malinowski now has got Dan Mold right behind him on the entrance to Roush. You can see the other battle coming in behind the back end of your screen at this moment in time. But there's a lot going on now with Malinowski, with Mold, with Craig. Steve Housewood looks like he could be out altogether. He's dropped all the way down. Is he still running? It looks like he is still running, but he was involved in an incident. But saying 2.89 seconds. Smith's got third or a little bit back, but then here comes this Malinowski Mold Craig battle. And then further down here, you've got literally Scott Malcolm, Stephen Fry, Niels Payne. And then the 3 in front of that, if you're wondering who that is, that's Alan McCann, Derek Crowther and Fraser Garrity. So where do you point the camera? Probably go to the front with Derek Crowther, Fraser Garrity. Keeping an eye on the Malinowski Mold battle. Oh, that's going to come in now. Here we go. Malinowski looks like he's possibly got a slowdown. He's dropping down the order. He's lost a position to Gary Craig. That is a slowdown. And here comes Fraser Garrity, Derek Crowther. Fraser's on the right, Crowther in the Blade Design liveried on the left. As these guys are running off now round Remus and on that run down into Schlossgold now, but it is Fraser Garrity. Scott Malcolm! Oh! That was unfortunate. That was Neil Payne in the barrier with Scott Malcolm involved in that one. Payne's gone down. Elliot James has gone past, trying to go past Mark Brown. As they come down into Schlossgold now. James on the right, Brown has gone through. Niels Payne is into the pits. And it's just unfortunate into the barrier there. Mark Brown, Elliot James still battling away. This is the battle for 18th and 19th. There's a slow car there on the left-hand side. That looked a bit bizarre. It was just kind of stopped there. Right, here we go again. 7.5 minutes remaining. Sam Smith has got Arthur Fertel closing in. Dan Mold, Gary Craig, Christoph Malinowski still separated by literally barely half a second at best. Then you've got Mark Draper. He is chasing down Neil Stevenson. J.M. Gomez is trying to get himself involved in this one. Then we've got John Brown and McCann there as well. Derek Crowther, Fraser Garrity, Craig Waters. These guys are all mixed up in it as well. Then further down the order, you've got Elliot James and Mark Brown. They are literally nearly nose to tail. And then here you've got Roger Morton and Jay Corley. So it's all going off here for the SRL TCR event at the RedBull Ring. Elliot James is still past Mark Brown. No, Brown's got the inside line. James has hung on. Elliot James trying to keep Mark Brown, but he didn't manage to keep the position that time around. Neil Stevenson here battling it away with Mark Draper. Don't forget, Draper was on pole. Gary Craig is in front battling away with Malinowski. So you can see the gaps at the top. Thurtle's got his gap down to Sam Smith to about 2 tenths currently, and they're running off down the start-finish line. Thurtle's on the left, Smith's on the right. They're going to make it through. They're not going to make it through this time. But Draper here, Neil Stevenson, they've swapped positions. Draper's now into 7th. Going to try and turn 1. Got it, job done. Can he hold it on track? He can. No slowdown from Mark Draper, so that is always good. J.M. Gomez, John Brown, Alan McCann battling away here. This guy's absolutely doing the business already, and we're on lap 9, 5.5 minutes remaining. And we've got Gary Craig in the Veloster, then we've got Dan Mould and Christoph Malinowski in the Hyundai. Let's see how this is going to turn out. I really cannot tell you how this is going to turn out. Mould is the lead car of this pack of 3. Gary Craig at Malinowski. Hussein has gone. He's about 4.9 seconds up the road at the moment and opening the gap. Gary Craig's looking for a different line around Roush. Oh, there's a wide line for Dan Mould. He's got to be careful. Off tracks are at a premium here, should we say, at the RedBull Ring. He's got to try and keep these guys behind him for 4.5 minutes, which is going to be a tough order. I think we're asking so much. But if anyone can, I suppose, on the upside, it's going to be Dan Mould. He's going to defend for his life. Stuart Gibbons has had a lot of off tracks currently at the moment, but I'm not going to be focusing too much on that one. I want to focus on this battle here. Into turn 1, these 3 go. Further down the order, Stephen Fry is in the middle. Fry in the purple car at the back, chasing down Craig Waters. Elliot James is still battling away with Mark Brown. Carl Hardy is Roger Morton, sorry, he's just overtaken, tried to overtake Jay Corley. Corley's in the Honda. Roger Morton doesn't make it through. His contact up front, big contact up front. Oh, somebody's in the wall. I think it's Elliot James. Elliot James went off track. Oh, grab a quick look. So Carl Fleet, unfortunately Elliot James is out. James, Peen, Gibbons are all in the pits at the moment. But trying to pick out there as well. So Carl Fleet getting himself involved with Elliot James, and there was contact and poor old James finished off into the barrier. Sam Smith in second place. Arthur Ferdle tucked up right behind him currently at this moment in time on this run up into Remus here. Fertel's looking to turn to take the inside line. He makes it through in that Honda. Can Fertel hold on? That's going to be the interesting one. There is Hussein in front. So he's 6.9 seconds down the road at the moment. I normally write down all the incidents if I can, but there's just been so many. I don't think I'm going to be able to get them written down here. See how this one pans out. There's a nice little battle lining up here as well, but I think this is going to be where the action's going to be for a minute. Smith's looking on the inside of Roush. He's going to make it. He's not going to make it through. Malinowski battling away with Gary Craig. So much action going on at the moment. Down mould there. That was a back marker of that Richard White, unfortunately. I think Richard White involved in that. Not on purpose, obviously. Arthur Fertel still battling away here. He's past Sam Smith, then Smith got past, and now Fertel's got past again. So these guys are rotating positions. 139.8. This should be the last lap of the race. It is. Last lap of the race here. And it's Navid Hussain out in front. I think he's going to take the victory. So Hussain is going to be out in front currently at the moment. So Navid Hussain, it's going to be where Arthur Fertel could do here. Fraser Garrity, this is lining up with Derek Crowell and Craig Waters. They're going to be sending it. Oh, he's off, Derek Crowell. Crowell's gone at the hands of, that was Steve Fry. Craig Waters, I believe, was involved in that. But Arthur Fertel still hanging on from Sam Smith. But I think it is going to be Hussain who's going to get the win here in race one. But that was Derek Crowell going off at the hands of looked like of Craig Waters there. Keeping an eye on our leaders as we see him come across the line. Navid Hussain is going to come round the last corner. Oh, big wide line. We'll be taking too many of them. And here he comes. Hussain is going to be your winner here this evening in race one. Arthur Fertel looks like he's going to hang on. In second place, is it going to be Sam Smith? It is. And then beyond that, Dan Mould's going to come across the line in fourth. Gary Craig fifth. Christoph Malinowski sixth. Mark Draper's there as well. John Brown. And then behind that, we got this is the Fraser Garrity, Craig Waters, Stephen Fry battle. They're battling all the way down to the line. They make it through as they are in that trio. Scott Malcolm finishes off in 16th place. Mark Brown behind him, 17th. Ryan Dudley. Roger Morton going to come across the line in 18th place there. Jay Corley, JB trying to steal it on the line. It was JB. Corley did not get him. Carl Fleet, Daniel Lewis, Andy Littler. Littler down in 26 points, 26th place. Coming across the line there as well. And then Ben Denyer coming after that. Well, if anybody could tell me how that one went, it would be incredible, because that was just absolutely mental. Mental racing. Never seen nothing like it. Just shoot me now. And we got a double points system here as well, because obviously 25 for the first race they get as a victor, and then 33 for the second. So that was just wow, 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 I think could be deemed as acceptable. But let's bring you up the results from Heat 1. Navid Hussain is your winner by 9 seconds. Arthur Fertel in second. Sam Smith third. Dan Mould fourth. Gary Craig fifth. Christoph Malinowski in sixth. Mark Draper seventh. Neil Stevenson eighth. J.M. Gomez ninth. John Brown 10th. Alan McCann 11th. Fraser Garrity 12th. Stephen Fry 13th. Carl Hardy 14th. Scott Malcolm 15th. Mark Brown 16th. Ryan Dudley down in 17th place. Beyond that, Roger Morton in 18th, JB Deju in 19th, Jay Corley 20th, Steve Howard 21st, Carl Fleet 22nd, Kev Eilert 23rd, Daniel Lewis 24th, Andy Littler 25th, Craig Walters 26th, Ben Denya is down in 27th place. And then beyond that, Derek Craver 28th, Chris Barnes 29th, Elliot James 30th, Richard White 31st, Paul Cugley 32nd, Al Brown 33, and Niels Peen 5 laps down in 34th place. Well, okay. What do we think? 4 wide, insane, absolutely insane grid here tonight. And that was only race 1, you know. What do we expect for race 2? More of the same, I guess, for the next 20 minutes. Unbelievable action. You know, don't forget we've got Magny-Cours in 2 weeks' time. Then 4 weeks' time, we've got Watkins Glen. 6 weeks' time, we got Imola. 8 weeks' time, we're at Barber Motorsports. And then the final round in 10 weeks' time in Road Atlanta there as well. So if you're wondering why we have a 2-week break between races, it's because we run the GT4s in the middle. So next week, on the 27th, we've got the season finale at Catalunya there as well. And then I believe the next one after that, they're looking at running a GR86 Fun League. So if you want to get yourselves involved, get yourself down into the Discord and come and join us on a Friday night for a GR86 bit of fun league here this evening. So get yourselves involved. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Fun one. Can't wait for the seeing the GR86 boys racing around on a Friday evening. But welcome in everybody. Thank you again for joining us. Don't forget, guys, as well, if you want to be in the chance of winning yourself £50 worth of iRacing damage. That's because I was reading your message at the same time, David S. iRacing vouchers or iRacing dollars. Please head over to the JPB Instagram. Once we get to 300 followers, we will be drawing a winner who wins the £50 iRacing dollars. So you have to follow JPB. You have to like the post. And then you have to share the post. Don't forget, the share is the most important part. So you need to share the post. As Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't get you involved in the giveaway. So be aware. If you don't share, you don't get there. Hey, I'm a poet and I don't know it. David, there's no damage. Results cars must be a full moon. So, well, yeah. Carl Hardy did well, though, didn't he? He did an absolutely stellar job. So, this is going to be mental. Like, the second race. And we've got a reverse top 20. So, the likes of Navid Hussain coming through the field on a top 20 reverse. Oh, my God. It's like baking a chocolate cake and giving it to me. My mouth is, what an opportunity here this evening. This is going to be absolutely incredible. We've got about 37 seconds left of warm-up. So if you want to get yourselves involved, all links are down in the description in YouTube. But please, so definitely come along and get yourselves involved in it as well, with the JPB Twitter as well. Don't forget, we've got the charity event running next week, guys, on the 28th. That's in aid of the Rainbow Trust. If you want to get yourselves involved in that one, the descriptions and the Discord link is also down. 3-hour endurance, GT3s, MX5s, and TCRs as well. So get yourselves involved as well. £10 entry per team, 2 drivers per team, 3-hour endurance. Join the Discord. Come and find out all about it, because it's going to be absolutely amazing there as well. And one of the best things about it is not only do we have myself commentating, but we also have children of the drivers in the booth. So there will be children in the booth as well commentating with me. So come and get yourselves involved. Right. Here is the grid for race 2. Jay Corley in first. JB Deju in second. Roger Morton third. Ryan Dudley fourth. Mark Brown fifth. Scott Malcolm sixth. Carl Hardy seventh. Stephen Fry eighth. Fraser Garrity ninth. Alan McCann 10th. John Brown 11th, and then J.M. Gomez down in 12th. 13th, Neil Stevenson. 14th, Mark Draper. Christoph Malinowski 15th. Gary Craig 16th. Dan Mould 17th. Sam Smith 18th. Arthur Ferdinand 19th. Navid Hussain 20th. Steve Howard 21st. Carl Fleet 22nd. Kevin Eilert 23rd. Daniel Lewis is in 24th. Beyond that, Andy Litlow 25th, Craig Waters 26th, Ben Daniel 27th, Derek Carver 28th, Christopher Barnes 29th, Derek James 30th, Richard White 31st, Paul Cogley 32nd, Al Brown 33rd, Niels Peen 34th, and Stuart Gibbons 35th. And I made it to the end just in time because the lights are coming out. Jay Corley's on the front. He's got to be sitting there shaking in his boots. Poor Mr. Corley. He's got a target on his back. There was an absolute flying start on the left-hand side there from what I believe was Elliot James. He did an absolutely barnstormer up into currently, was it Elliot James? I'm trying to go forward. I think it might have been. No, it's two back from that. It was JB Dejo who done an absolute barnstorming start and is now up into 6th place. Everybody's making it through at the moment. There is no current carnage, but we haven't got through here yet, as these guys are running 3 wide for a corner that's definitely not designed for 3 wide. Navid Hussain is taking it easy. He's still in 20th, which I think is probably a good idea when you're looking at Sam Smith, J.M. Gomez and Dan Mould going 3 wide, and people down in front of that making moves as well. I'm going to have to give this a minute to settle down here, guys. There was so much going on. Stephen Fry, Scott Malcolm, Ryan Dudley's off track. There looks like it's been a little bit of a contact at the back of the grid here. And there's a lot of action happening in the middle as well. You can see all of these cars streaming through. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it, I think, because this is just unbelievable. All of these cars on track here. Jay Corley still out in front. Let's go and have a look at Jay for a minute. There is Corley with Roger Morton in second. Mark Brown is in third, battling away with Stephen Fry. Scott Malcolm beyond that, JB Dejo. But look at these cars here. Oh, Ferdel's on the grass. Is he going to hold it? He does. Does just about hold it from Arthur Ferdel. Jay Corley, this is Roger Morton. Is this going to be Morton into first place? It is. Give him a clap. Go on, Rog. Roger Morton in first now. He's got 17 minutes remaining to hold this position. Stephen Fry and Mark Brown side by side on this run up into Remus. Here, and there's been Elliot James is off. Elliot James is off. Corley and Morton. Morton's held it. Is he going to? Oh, he does hold it. There's John Brown. There's action all over the place here this evening. In the second race, Alan McCann and Carl Hardy. Hardy there in the green results car. I'm going to guess that's who he's met. Round the outside he goes through Slosh Gold. Oh, he's going to get muscled out here. This is just, look at the strewn of them all. Where's Navid Hussain? He's up into 15th at the moment, made his way back into 15th. Stevenson and Thurtle. Thurtle can't get through. That's Steve Hailwood actually in the pink and green there on the ASR car. Just can't get through. Oh, there's an off track at the back. That is Ben Denya. So keep an eye on that one. Roger Morton still battling away with Jay Corley. Scott Malcolm still in the middle of these cars. Currently in 5th place. There is Scott Malcolm, but Fraser Garrity just swapped with Malinowski. Malinowski's running out wide. Here we go, on the nose of Malinowski. Oh, he's pulled over. Malinowski's got another slowdown. Hussain says thank you very much. He's in 12th place with John Brown. John Brown's one ride. Oh, John, what's going on? So much happening at the moment. John Brown, Dan Mould, side by side. Navid Hussain is off. They've got Sam Smith kind of blocked in. Smith's got nowhere really to go. Oh, they make it through, the guys from SRL. This is just unbelievable racing here tonight. Roger Morton still under pressure from Corley out in front. So let's see if Morton can hold this. He's got to be feeling the pressure. I had a great pleasure of meeting Roger Morton at the Autosport International this weekend as well. Good job he sent me a photo, because I wouldn't have had a clue who I was talking to if somebody just come randomly talk to me, like Damien G from another league. Just randomly come and said, hello, James. And I'm standing there thinking, yes, you've seen me, but I haven't seen you. Who are you? And it was only till we went, his name's Damien. But Roger sent me a photo. So I knew who I was talking to when Roger Morton come up and shook my hand and said hello. But I did have the great pleasure of meeting his good lady and his daughter as well. Stephen Fry has just cleared Jay Corley. Oh, what a picture. Roger Morton's young daughter there is going to be coming to join us on the Big Dreams Little Voices in the commentary box. So this should be an interesting one. Gets to commentate on Dad. Morton is battling, holding it out front currently at the moment. Ryan Dudley's under pressure. Navid Hussain is now up 11th and into 9th. Unfortunately for Dudley, he's now got Garrity closing all over the back of him. Just like a baby monkey picking fleas off his mother, I'll tell you that much. If he got any closer, that's what they would be doing. But JB Dejo, Carl Hardy, Navid Hussain, Alan McCann. This guy's battling away here. This is your battle, well, for 5th, 6th and 7th. You can see here the whole field, the field down to the top 14 is separated by I don't know, a good few seconds, if that. JB with Carl Hardy on the outside going into Schlossgold at 13 minutes remaining. Navid Hussain is literally going to be making his move. Oh no! Was that Littler? It was. Littler's trekking across the grass there. There's your first bill. But Navid Hussain, Carl Hardy. Carl Hardy's gone wide. Navid Hussain's taking the inside line. Hussain is through into 8th now. So Hussain up 13 places. Started. Oh, that's got to be close. Got to be close. Morton side by side with Stephen Fry. Morton on the left, Fry on the right. Oh no, they're going to get run over again. Here we go. Morton, Stephen Fry is taking the lead of this race. Can Morton get the inside line? Don't forget, you've practically got house bricks on wheels with these TCRs. Scott Malcolm trying to make his way through. Oh, Jay Corley there as well. We're going to be 3 wide now. 3 wide. Here they go. Mark Brown, Navid Hussain. Then we've got Fraser Garrity further back. And these guys making their way into turn 2 now as well. Jay Corley sending it up the inside. Is he going to get it done? Over Alan McCann, he did. Is Hussain going to capitalise from this as well? He's not at the moment. But this is one heck of a battle. And up front, Stephen Fry has cleared Roger Morton. Hussain has got the inside. You are going to get Robson. You can't leave the door open like that with Navid Hussain. I tell you what, he's going to have that position away. And Alan McCann there. Dear me. Might as well give him keys to your house if you're going to give him that much room to come through there. He's going to be looking to try and come through. Stephen Fry's trying to come back through again. The door there, the gap's there. Oh. What is Corley going to be able to do with Hussain right up behind him here at the moment? I tell you what, from his point of view, he's got to be sitting in that car thinking, give me someone else. Like, really? You give me Navid Hussain? Corley right behind him. Corley's trying to defend from Hussain here. I'm glad he's trying. But Hussain is exceptionally quick. Hugely quick. Hussein's got a better run out the last corner. Here they go. Morton's got a better run as well. Can Morton get a Stephen Fry? Morton's going up the inside. I think he's not. I think Hussain is going to pass Corley. He is. And Hussain is through. Further back, Ryan Dudley here in the mix with Christoph Malinowski. Carl Hardy's in there somewhere. There he is. But Malinowski, Sam Smith, Ryan Dudley, all involved in this as well. You can see the cars there. 2, 4, 6, 7 cars with Malinowski and Sam Smith leading the pack. Oh, Hardy. Malinowski gets contact with him and Smith. Contact with Malinowski and Smith. 10 minutes remaining. calling this is just impossible. Roger Morton's out in front now. He's got back out in front again. This is just unbelievable action here. Ryan Dowdley, look at the strewn of cars again. Carl Hardy's now at the front of this pack. So there is Carl Hardy, Malinowski, Niels Penn. Where is... Do you know who I haven't come across yet, spoke much about? It's Arthur Fertile, but he's behind here as well, Mark Draper. So Fertile's trying to get in the mix all at the same time, I think. Gary Craig. Carl Hardy's in front as Gary Craig and Ryan Dudley. Mark Draper's just decided, I'm going to send you 3 wide. And how is this going to pan out? Not very well for Mark Draper. He's off, and he's off. So unfortunately for Draper there, that was somewhat his own mistake, I think, from sending them 3 wide into a corner that's never going to work out. But Roger Morton is still out in front. He's got 9 minutes to hang on. I think Jay Corley's got to slow down. He's going to be slowing down like an absolute trooper at the moment. He is. So that was Mark Draper, unfortunately, there as well. J.M. Gomez is jumped into the pits. He's gone in and had a collision somewhere. Try and have a look back at the Gomez incident. But Corley and Smith are battling away, and it is going to be Smith in front currently at the moment. The right move for me. Roger Morton has got Hussein, Navid Hussein right behind him. Stephen Fry wants a piece as well now. Morton's defending for his life, like literally. He's got the wife in the back throwing out the kitchen utensils. He's got the kids in there chucking out the toys. He's got the builder building a wall. He's got them all there currently at the moment. And Roger Morton is hanging on from Hussein. He's driving. I tell you what, if Morton hasn't lost about 15 stone after this, absolutely sweating out, I'll never know what's going to make Roger Morton sweat more than this race. He's saying here 7.5 minutes remaining. Keep him there, Rog. Keep him there. Defend the inside line. He's got to be imagining. Can he get it? Defend the inside, defend the inside, defend the inside. Oh, Hussein's going to try it running outside. Morton's going to open up the steering. He's got to open up the steering. He's got to open up the steering. There's contact. Oh, Hussein. And Morton. There's somebody on the grass. Oh, my, they're still on the grass. Oh, Malcolm, I believe, may have just gone there on the grass. There's a big send there from Dan Mould on Roger Morton. Oh, Rog, you did so well. Now Navid Hussein is out in front and it's going to be off again. Oh, that was Scott Malcolm on the grass there, running up the grass after that initial contact. But boy, oh boy, Roger Morton gave it a good old go. And then I'm proud that he had a good old go, did Roger Morton then. He's literally absolutely worked his socks off this evening, and Roger Morton has absolutely smashed it. And I think he's given it a right old go. So fair play, Roger Morton there. Scott Markham, Stephen Fry, Alan McCann. There we go. These cars go straight over the top of us here this evening. Roger Morton, Stephen Fry, backwards and forwards all the time. 6.5 minutes remaining. Backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. How's this going to work out? Is it going to be Morton? Is it going to be Fry? It's going to be Fry. There's contact on the outside. There's rubbing there as well. Oh, they're still going at it side by side on this run up the hill. We've got 2 banks of 2 here and a third bank back as well with Corley. Penn and Gary Craig have had a big coming together. They've dropped it down the order. I was just about to say faster than me eating McDonald's then, but I'm hungry, so that's probably where that's come from. Roger Morton's been bullied out. He's had his lunch stolen. Oh no. the big bad bullies of the SRL have got Roger Morton down in 8th place now. He just got muscled out. He got everything stolen off him. And Roger Morton down in 8th. But you got to give him props. He had a go, didn't he? He you know, he did an absolutely stunning job defending there as well. So take a bow, Roger Morton. Take a bow, sunshine. Fraser Garrity, Stephen Fry, 5:10 on the clock left already. And I'm going to say already because it's gone incredibly quick. But Morton is still in the top 8. Fraser Garrity, Stephen Fry. I would show you the game. Let's bring you up the gainers and losers. You see Navin Hussain up 19, Dan Mould up 15 places. Sam Smith up 12, Crowther's up 13. That's an exceptional job for them here as well. And then we've got, oh dearie me, Christopher Barnes is up 10 places, Brown up 12. So unbelievable action all the way through this field currently at the moment, and it's still here going on. It's going all the way back as well, mind you. We've got this little Craig Waters, Stuart Gibbons battle. Somebody's going off into the pits. That's Neil Payne into the pits. Stephen Fry's under attack. They're going to be 3 wide again. These guys are going to be 3 wide. Is it going to happen here? It's not. Stephen Fry contact with Sam Smith, Fraser Garrity. Alan McCann behind. Malinowski trying to make his way through. Christoph Malinowski, Carl Hardy. Corley is all over the back of Morton currently. But it is Hussain out in front, Mould second, Malcolm third, Fry fourth. And then you've got the chain of cars behind him of Garrity, Sam Smith, Stephen Fry is the lead car of this pack. So Fry and Smith battling it out for 4th place. Oh, the queue here. 3 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Into the mix with Jay Corley. Carl Hardy behind him. And Roger Morton in front. He is a safeguard by results sandwich at this moment in time. And Jay Corley is the filling because he's literally locked between Roger Morton and Carl Hardy. So Morton and Hardy sandwiching Jay Corley currently at the moment. Fry is battling away side by side with Smith. It looks like Smith is going to make it through this time around. Where is Garrity going to go? There's Smith. I'm expecting to see Garrity on my right hand side very shortly. There he is. Can't quite get a better shot of him. So we'll go here, Garrity on the left. Then we've got Fry on the right. Garrity's coming in to Remus now on the inside. Morton still got Corley behind him, and Hardy still trying to take Corley. But it is Hussain, Mould, Malcolm, Smith, Fry. Fry now just got past Garrity. There is Stephen Fry and Fraser Garrity. Garrity on the left-hand side. Fry in the purple and black, Garrity in the white and blue. Around they go. What an absolute epic grid here. Carl Hardy has cleared Jay Corley. Corley's not careful, he's going to get done by Thurtle. Thurtle coming up through the order now. He's got 9 plus 9, 141 on the clock. This is going to be the final lap of the race here. Can Corley hold Thurtle up? Oh, Malinowski takes a wide line. It looked like it was contacting coming from Arthur Thurtle. Jay Corley there, still managing to hang on. Sam Smith's opened up. I'm expecting this to be Hussain. How he got through that 20-car grid is just beyond me. Like, what? That is just insane. He was still in 20th, wasn't he? Because we were saying, I was literally saying that he's still in 20th place. Final lap of the race. And next, you know, he's making gains all over the place. Here tonight, Fraser Garrity, Stephen Fry tucked up right behind him there as well. Alan McCann behind that. Roger Morton behind that. Can Garrity hold on? McCain's making a move over Fry. Morton and Hardy are looking to pounce. There is Morton and Carl Hardy. The last thing they want to do is take each other off. That will not be good. Hardy's looking at the inside of Morton. Oh, blimey, there was contact there from Carl Hardy, and that was on Alan McCann in front. What a mid-scrap battle. Morton, Carl Hardy! Hold it! He didn't hold it. Malinowski's gone round. He's off again. Oh no! Dave, get your checkbook out. It's going to be the end of it there for Carl Hardy, but Navid Hussain is going to come round, take race 2 victory, and you've got to give props where credit due. That was just insane from Hussain here in the RedBull Ring. Dan Mould coming across the line in second place. There is Hussain, goes across the line. There is Dan Mould, Scott Malcolm, Sam Smith, Fraser Garrity, Stephen Fry battling still down onto the line. Stephen Fry, Alan McCann. Roger Morton's going to come across the line in 8th over Corley. He does. Oh, JB Deju. Looks like he's even got a slowdown, or he's trying to take a penalty off there. He finished in 13th in the end. Well, what can we say about that evening of racing? I think I'm just going to go sleep. Like, I don't think I've ever talked so much in my life. That was just incredible. Incredible racing. I'll tell you what, let's have a settle down here with Andy Littler going across the line. The saying is an irresistible force. Irresistible. Do you want me to get you? That was just crazy. I hope I got as much as I was hoping I caught of it for you all guys. There was just so much going on. Unbelievable. I hope you saw pretty much everything that I could possibly deliver. But here are the results. I'm going to do them slowly because I've spoken so quickly. It's just been incredible. Navid Hussain is your winner in race 2. Dan Mould in 2nd. Scott Malcolm 3rd. Sam Smith is in 4th, and Fraser Garrity is in 5th. Alan McCann is in 6th, and Roger Morton is in 7th. Jay Corley 8th, Arthur Fertile 9th. Derek Crowther down in 10th place. Neil Stevenson in 11th. JB Deju in 12th. John Brown 13th. Ben Denyer 14th. Christopher Barnes 15th. Carl Hardy 16th. Craig Walters is down in 17th place. Then beyond that, in 18th, we've got Al Brown, Stuart Gibbons in 19th, Kev Eilert in 20th, Gary Craig 21, Carl Fleet 22, Richard White in 23rd, Daniel Lewis in 24th, Steve Howard 25th, Stephen Fry 26th, Elliot James is down in 27th. Then we got the people a lap down, Paul Cugley's a lap, Malinowski, Gomez, Littler. Then Peen beyond that as well, Dudley, Draper 6 laps down after taking a corner 3 wide, not necessarily the ideal place. And then beyond that, we've got Mark Brown here as well, I believe. So, yeah, well, I enjoyed that. Did anybody else? That was just incredible. Absolutely incredible racing. And I don't really know, like, how. It was just amazing. Amazing racing from everybody, and I want an interview, so somebody better come and give me an interview here this evening. So I'm going to write now. Let's see who we have. Who can I get in? Can I get Hussain in? Do you reckon he'll come and talk to me? Dan Mould. Who else should we have? And I'll tell you what, let's have a look. See if we can get this man in as well. See if we can have a chat with some of the drivers here this evening. I've got Arthur Fertile in, and Jay Corley are sitting there waiting for me currently. So we can have a chat with them very, very shortly. Give me a minute.
Yeah, mate, I'm good. All good. Still shaking a little bit after the race, but yeah, happy enough. Yeah, mate, the adrenaline from when you race a bit, yeah. No. But I think I don't know, I played it safe, and then there was a few accidents in front of me, so I was kind of able to capitalize on those. Uh, yeah, I didn't think so, but I guess I got a little bit lucky in some situations. Oh, you just pray something doesn't happen. uh, yeah, I've been in like lots of races, and when you see four wide, something's usually going to happen. But I have to applaud all the guys tonight. They drove so well. So it wasn't really considering how many cars were on the track and how tight some of the corners are here. Everybody drove fantastic. So you can put your trust in everybody in the field. So yeah, it's not too bad. In an official race, yeah, you'd be pretty scared if you seen four wide. But here it wasn't so bad. Yeah, everybody's setting up the league. Thanks for all the hard work behind the scenes. It's been a great event so far. And thanks to my family for letting me sit in the rig all day and all night. So, cheers. And thanks to you, of course. Thanks again.
Good evening, James. Thank you. Yeah, good, good. Oh dear.
And then you do something. There we go. We should be back now.
Was like my call that was in the race. Wait 1 minute, wouldn't wait the next lap.
Yeah, it was. Dude, look, I just spoke to David. You know, he's just trying to explain to us what it's like being involved in a race like that. What is it like from your point of view? Because, you know, you've been involved in it all as well this evening.
The first race I use a button clutch. I map a button to the wheel and I just set it a percentage and it seems to get you like a pretty meta start every time. But tonight it just bogged down. I don't know if the start finish line's on some kind of elevation, but yeah, I lost about 3 or 4 positions. And then I just got caught up battling. And I just saw Naveed just leaving the pack. I was like, no. But um, it's tough. It's tough because there's so many cars, and you don't want to be the one who's ruins someone's race. So you've got to really be vigilant about who's behind you, who's next to you, who's to the left of you, who's in front of you. And you do tend to lose a lot of time when you're in the middle of that pack. I think I was very fortunate in race two. I got stuck behind Fraser for quite a while. Bless him, he put up a real good fight. And then I think it was Scott, Rog, and somebody else, and I think they had a coming together, and I just saw the sea open and I just sailed through. And then Naveed's always he's got crazy pace. He was gaining 2 or 3 tenths in the last sector on me. I just couldn't match him.
Yeah, he was
he's an animal.
Yeah, exceptionally quick, unbelievably quick as well, Dan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But well done to you, buddy, on your second place. And, onwards and upwards. Not a bad start to the season at all. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth tonight?
Shout out to all the 40 drivers who've signed up. Just want to say, obviously, there are going to be people who are going to have, shitty nights and
language,
race.
Apologies.
Sorry, crappy nights, and the race is ended, and just keep going, lads. We're all going to be in the same boat at one point. So, and obviously yourself and the team involved, John, he does a great job running the league with me. But yeah, I feel naughty now, James. Sorry.
Sorry. I've just had nobody heard it. I should have muted it. I didn't have it. But anyway, that was Dan Mould in the booth with me. Dan, I'm going to go and wash his mouth out with soap, everybody. But I'll talk to you later, Dan. Thank you so much, bud.
See you, mate. Bye.
Right, let's have a chat. I want to pull in just really quickly for a chat with this man, Roger Morton. Roger, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I want to put up the fact that you were leading a race and you did some good old stern defending there as well. And everybody was proud of you in chat. It was amazing. But, dude, what was it like from your position when you've got all of these cars coming at you?
Yeah, it was a bit mayhem. I come in tonight with way off pace. Didn't come in with any practice. Unfortunately, we're having VR issues earlier on in the week. So I wasn't expecting a lot. First race was a bit all over the place, but okay. And then coming to the second race, I know I'm good offline, so I thought, well, I've got that against me, with me, sort of thing. So just thought, if I can get past Jay and just see what I can do and see if I can hold him as long as I could. And yeah, just finish it top 10. I'm over the moon, really, especially with these fast drivers.
Yeah, mate, definitely. Absolutely exceptional evening in 8th place. Going on to Magny Core in 2 weeks' time. How'd you get on?
I don't even know in the track yet, so I'll let you know once I've bought the track.
All right, Roger. Well, I'm going to let you go, buddy. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
Result boys, for backing me for everything that I do. You for your awesome broadcasts, and for the host of the league, because it's been mega throughout the fun race in the media in the first opening race of the league season.
Awesome, Roger. Well, thanks so much for joining me, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Right, let's have a word with Scott Malcolm, who was up 3 places in race 2. Scott, good evening. How are you?
Oh, not bad, James. Not bad.
Good, mate. How was that for you? Did you enjoy that evening?
That was a hell of a laugh in that second race.
Oh, mate, it was... Don't even ask me. I've tried to catch as much as possible, but it was absolutely incredible. Everybody said it's been an amazing evening of racing. What are you expecting, Scott? You've seen the size of the grid. There were 35 cars tonight. What's Scott Malcolm's ambitions for the season?
I think maybe a top 10. That's about it. I think go by the standard that's on the grid this season and the amount of cars, I'll be happy with getting top 15 finishes. I think that third place was just probably a freak result. Like I said to the guys, if it wasn't for Navid and Dan, I would have won that race. But but as fast guys in this league now, it's top 15 will suit me.
No, mate. Well, that is an excellent target, and I look forward to seeing you more as the season goes on. Scott, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
No, it's got to be Dan and John for setting this league up. They've done well with the bit of time they've managed to get in. Obviously yourself for doing your commentary and hearing your dulcet tones over the YouTube. And Ignum Motorsports as well, and everybody else that's racing in this league.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you so much, Scott, for joining me, and I look forward to talking to you as the season goes on.
I hopefully it'll do the last.
Oh, man. Take care.
Cheers.
Right, let's have a quick chat with Arthur Ferdle. We're trying to whiz through the interviews this evening. Every man and his dog is in the booth. But Arthur, good evening. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I don't know. Ask me in the morning once I've slept and realised what I've just commentated on, because that was just incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very exciting. Good fun to be part of.
It definitely was. Not a bad evening for you overall. Okay, look, you've seen the pace. We've all seen the pace. He come from 20th and 1. What's the ambitions, Arthur? What are you going to be going for?
Beat Naveed.
Yeah, we know that, but
no, I'm sticking with the Honda because I'm racing the Honda in another league, and I know the Honda isn't really on the pace with the other cars. So I was as soon as the race started though, in the first race, I seemed to have great pace, and I was shocked to come home P2. And then in the second race, I'd had an absolutely awesome start until Neil, I think, hit the rear of John. That sent him a bit sideways, and he hit me and put me in the barrier. If it weren't for that, I was thinking I had a chance of winning it. The start I'd had, I'd got quite a lot of cars in between me and the other quick guys.
Yeah. But it wasn't to be, was it?
No, it wasn't. But I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I can find some more pace. You would have seen it, but me and Naveed in the previous season of the GT4 League, me and Naveed had a couple of real good races where we was constantly swapping places and really battling hard. So I'd like to. Hopefully, I can have at least one race with him where I can keep up with him, but I'm doubtful in these TCRs.
Well, mate, you did an absolute stellar job. Anyway, second place there and a top 10 in race 2, mate. You've got to be happy with that. Onwards and upwards to Magny-Cours. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to, Arthur, before you leave the booth this evening?
I'm going to shout out to the organisers, Dan and John. They do a fantastic job. It's a very well packed out league. So it's good on them.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to chatting to you as the season goes on.
Yep. Speak to you later.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Right, and the final interview this evening is Mr. Jay Corley. Good evening, Jay. How are you?
I'm absolutely exhausted still after that second race. That was a workout and a half.
Yes, mate. 9th place, though. That weren't bad.
Yeah, much better than I was expecting. I was very surprised to find myself on the front row after the first race. Had a nice drag race at the end of race 1. Finished 21st. And next thing I know, I looked up and I was in first. The panic was unbelievable.
I may have mentioned that. There must be some panic going on as well, because you had 34 other cars rushing at you, and some of the fastest TCR drivers I've seen ever. You know what I mean? What was going through your head? Like, literally, you're sat in the front row, you're staring down into turn 1, and you know what's behind you. What is the thought process for you?
The thought process for me was pretty much don't do what I did in Okayama and bin it in turn 1. And luckily, I think I held off for about a lap and a half, and then I was getting picked off very slow, but I feel I held my own, and I probably learnt a few things on the way as well, which I'll take that into the next race.
Yes, we go to Magny-Cours. How'd you get on at Magny-Cours?
I haven't done it in the TCR yet, but luckily I think it is on the officials next week, actually, so I'll get plenty of practice from there, hopefully.
Right, awesome stuff, Jay. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
All the drivers and just the amount of sign-ups we've had to the league tonight. There was 35 people in there. I think there's about 40 who have signed up or something, which is absolutely incredible. And it's good to see this league just go from strength to strength, the quality of the driving going from strength to strength, and the entertainment from what I've seen in both chats tonight, yours and the SRL channel, just absolutely popping off. Everyone's loving it. Couldn't be better.
It's been absolutely incredible. At least you managed to avoid a date with Kylie Minogue. But for now, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't get it out of my head.
Yeah, it's kind of spinning around. But never mind, Jay. Look, buddy, it's been a pleasure to talk to you, mate. And I look forward to having a chat with you as the season goes on.
Absolutely. Take care of yourself. Thank you.
Man. Well, There you go, guys. That is the end of what can only be deemed as an epic, unbelievable epic evening of racing. And look, bring on Magny-Cours. You know, subscribe, like, and turn on the bells, because if that doesn't make you hit them free, nothing will. So, you know, nothing we can do here on this channel will make you like, subscribe, and turn on the bells, because that was just unbelievable, unbelievably amazing. But guys, that is it. I need to wrap up the broadcast. So I've been James Parfitt for this evening. I brought you all the action. But as always, guys, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, I might see you on the track sometime. Good night.